Welcome to Specialized High School Admission Test Prep Online Lesson Series Mathematics Lesson 4. In this video, we'll go over Lesson 4 question for your SHSAT Math Test. Before you start, make sure that you have a notebook and a pen so you could write some important information from the video. And as always, download this application called SHSAT Test Prep from App Store, and it has lesson 4, and make sure that you do the homework and take a practice test to get 80% or higher, and watch the video multiple times. That is recommended. So let's get started. In this lesson, we'll learn tax calculation, simple interest calculation, markup and markdown price calculation, percent of commission calculation, percent change in mixtures. So let's do it. The first thing we'll learn how to calculate tax. Sarah went shopping and bought items worth $150. If the sale tax is 8%, how much does she need to pay including the tax? So you know the tax is 8%, and then the item price is $150, so you have to pay tax on it. So you know, anytime you multiply percent, you need to make this percent into a decimal and then multiply it. So what you need to do, the tax is 150 times 0.08, so you need to divide by 100 to make percent into a decimal, and when you multiply, that gives you $12. So you have to add this $12 with 150, so that gives you $162. Next problem. Mark rents an apartment with 5% rental tax on the total payment. If he pays total of $18.90 including the tax, what is the monthly payment for the apartment before the tax is applied? Right? So that means this $18.90 included the tax. So let's say the payment without tax is X. And then you need to find 5% on that and add with the original payment, that gives you $18.90. So that is X plus 0.05X equal to $18.90. What you have to do now, you have to add them up. X plus 0.05X, that gives you 1.05X equal to $18.90, divided both sides by 1.05, that gives you $1,800. So make sure that you practice by yourself. This is a practice problem. You try by yourself and make sure that you get this answer. Now let's do another problem. Interest. So you know the interest formula is I equal to PRT. I think most of you have learned in school. So where I is the interest, P is the principal, the amount of money you borrowed, the time, how long it borrowed for, and the interest rate, annual interest rate, right? So I equal to PRT. If Diana invested $3,000 in the bank at a rate of 4.5% for 6 years, how much simple interest will be he making, right? So let's do that. Is very simple problem. I equal to PRT. Let's plug the value. This is actually P, this is rate, and then this is time. So let's multiply that. And as I always said, if you want to multiply percent, you need to make percent into a decimal. So 3,000 times 6 times 0.05, that gives you $810. Let's do another practice problem using I equal to PRT. Morgan invested $4,250 with 5% interest rate. That means 5% return rate. If he made a profit of $1,275, how long must he have had the money invested? So let's use the formula. It's very simple. I equal to PRT, where this is the principal, this is the interest he received, this is the rate, and you have to find the time, right? So let's solve for time. So 1275 times 4 to 50 times t times 0.05. So if you multiply this and that together, so that gives you 212.5 t, and then solve for t, that gives you 6 years. So that means he need to invest the money for 6 years in order to receive that interest. Let's do another practice problem using I equal to PRT. At what percent rate would you need to invest $10,000 to make 14,806 years? So what you have to do, you have to find how much interest actually you want. So the amount of interest equal to 14,800 minus 10,000, that is 4,800. So let's plug the value in it. I equal to PRT. So where this is actually the principal you want to invest in, right? And that is the interest or return you want, and then this is actually time. Just follow the value, follow the equation and plug it in. So 4,800 equal to 10,000 times 8 times r. So that gives you this r equal to 4,800. So and solve for r, that gives you 6%. This is a practice problem. Pause the video and try by yourself and make sure that you get this answer. So now let's do this little bit different problem. So a dealer paid $9,600 for an old car. A salesperson sold the car for 30% more than the dealer price. The salesperson received a commission of 40% of the profit made by the sale. What does the salesperson gain? It's very simple. You need to find the profit made by the sale. So 9,600 times 0.3, so that's that. And then 40% commission on the salesperson is 40% of 2,880. So that is actually $1,152. Let's do another practice problem on commission. So the problem here is Zach received 12% commission on his sale. For the last 3 months, he earned a commission of 9,600. What were his average sale per month nearest to 10 for what period, right? So let's see a 12% commission. So that is 0.12. So 0.12x equal to 9,600 and solve for x equal to 80,000. So the average sale per month, you have to divide this 80,000 by 3. So that gives you 26,670. Okay. So this is a practice problem. You try by yourself. Make sure that you get this answer. Let's do another practice problem on profit. A retailer wants to set a mark a 30% profit on a product that costs them $50. If he wants to offer 15% discount, what is the price that retailer should set to make 30% profit? So he wants to make 30% profit, right? So that means you need to find the 30% of 50 first, right? So if you find the 30% of 50, so that gives you total $65. So first find the 30% of 50 and then add with 50, that gives you $65. Now the seller price must be 60%, right? So now you need to find the 15% discount of that, right? So let's say the retailer should set the price for x. So that means x times 1 minus 0.15, right? So that gives you $65. So if you solve for x here, that gives you 76.47. This is like, make sure that you do the math right. Let's do another practice problem here. So a store has a markup rate of 60% and offer 15% discount. If the customer paid for $48 for a shirt, what is the price the store paid for the shirt? So the original, say like the original price is X set by the store, right? So if you get like 15% discount, so you need to take the 15% of X, so that equal $48. So if you simplify that, that gives you 0.8 85x equal to 48 and solve for x, that is 56.47. Now the store paid y for the shirt, so that means y plus 60% of y equal to 56.47. Right, now add them up, so that gives you 1.6 y equal to 56.47 and solve for y, that gives you 35.29. So make sure that you pause the video and practice by yourself. This is a practice problem. You try by yourself, make sure that you get this answer. As I said, this lesson is to learn, right? Make sure that you learn, you understand the concept, and it will be very easy for you. Let's do another interesting problem. Uranium 237, this is a radioactive material, decays at a rate of 50% every 6 years. By what percent will have some amount of uranium decrease after 18 years? So what you need to do, say like the original amount was X amount. After 6 years, it will have 0.5x. After 12 years, it will have 0.25x. After 18 years, it will have 0.125x. So that means you need to divide by every time. So first divided by x, that gives you 0.5x. After 12 years, it will be again half of that. So that gives you 0.25x. And after again 6 years, it will be half of that. So that means 0.125. Right, so that much amount will remain. So how much it will decrease? So x minus 0.125x, that gives you 87.5%. Let's do another practice problem. 860 chickens were sold on a Billings farm. 20% of chicken were sold to a neighboring Brockport farm, and 20% of the remaining chicken were sold to Lucia's farm. How many chicken were on the Billings farm now? So 20% of that, so what you have to find, the 20% of 860 and then subtract from 860, that gives you 688. And now you need to find again 20% of that and then subtract from that. So you could do that way, or you could find 80%, 0.8 times 688, so that gives you 550. So that is the answer. This is a practice problem. You try by yourself and make sure that you get this answer. As always, I said, pause the video and try to do by yourself and watch the video multiple times. It will help you to remember the process, not the answer. Let's do another practice problem. A department store is having a sale where a pocketbook is on sale for 25% off on the retail price. Jackie brings with her a coupon offering an additional 15% off on the sale price. The pocketbook's retail price is $420. What will Jackie's have to pay in sale tax if the tax is 7.5% of the final price of the pocketbook? So what you have to do first, you have to find what is 25% of 420 and then subtract from it. So that gives you $315. The price with 15% off on the retail price is $315 times 0.15. That gives you the off, and then you have to subtract from that. That gives you 267.75. The final price will be with 7.5% sale tax will be that. So 267.75 times 1 plus. So the y is 1 plus because if you multiply 267.75 and add to it, so that is actually like taking the common and did that. So but if you do the math, either way it should be good. So now you need to multiply 267.75 times 1.075. that gives you 287.83. Now this is a practice problem. You try by yourself and make sure that you get this answer. So let's watch the video a couple of times and download this application and practice lesson 4. There are many practice problem, and then take practice test a few times. Make sure that you get 80% or higher. It will help you. Thank you.